Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Try to get my mic positioned a little bit better for me. There we go. Every now and again, you got to tighten that up. So I want to talk a little bit today about a book that I had recently read. And the book's name is Can't Hurt Me by an individual named David Goggins. David Goggins, his story is absolutely incredible. If you guys have not listened to or read the book Can't Hurt Me, I definitely recommend it. The dude's story is almost unconceivable, where he came from and the things that have happened to him in his life. And then he actually had became a Navy SEAL, but not only he became a Navy SEAL, but he ended up being pretty much the toughest Navy SEAL that we've ever seen. And the fact of the matter is, like, most people consider David Goggins like the toughest man on planet Earth. Some of the stories of the pain that he willingly put himself through, it's just incredible. I definitely can't do any justice as far as the way, going into detail. The stories in the book, you're going to have to check that out. You're going to have to read it or listen to it yourself. But I want to talk about something specific in the book. I was doing my 75 hard workout just a little while ago. In fact, I didn't do my first workout until probably a couple hours ago. We got this like hurricane thing coming up our way right now. So there literally was a hurricane, and then now it's like hitting Ohio. So when I woke up this morning, I mean, it was like literally just downpouring. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, I don't want to do this now unless I know that it's going to be like this all day long, then I might as well get it over with. But my wife had informed me that it was going to get better throughout the day, and it did. In fact, what I did was I did a weighted vest walk into downtown Centerville. So put a 40-pound vest on, and then just went trucking into downtown Centerville, which is we got kind of like this little Mayberry downtown where we live. It's cool. It's like cobblestone sidewalks, and it's a fun walk. It's a fun walk. You get a chance to walk by all the historic buildings, stuff like that. But I'm actually walking there, and I was thinking about this one thing that I had read in the book, and what he actually called this technique, or let's just say this mental driver. He called this stealing souls. And essentially, I'm going to break it down like this. What he meant by stealing souls was taking people that started to have hate in their heart about your success and fueling off of that. And I will tell you, there are people that actually hate another individual's success at a level to where it's very, very painful for them to see these things. It's very painful for certain individuals to see other people rise out of whatever it is, or up into a next level, and they actually call that crabs in a bucket. You can actually see some of this in smaller industries where somebody starts to rise to the top, and what happens, just like crabs in a bucket. So if you throw a bunch of crabs in a bucket, they will literally, as one starts to get out of the bucket or one starts to climb to the top, other crabs will literally pull that crab right back into the bucket. So you can toss crabs in a bucket and none of them will get off. I mean, none of them will get out. Like literally, they pull each other right back down into the bucket. They could use each other as literally like ladders to get out of that bucket, but they continuously pull each other back down. David Goggins called this stealing somebody's soul. meaning that you start doing so well at a certain level that you're going to know that there's going to be people out there with absolute intense hatred, jealous eyes, and it's going to hurt them at a level to where they actually begin to lose their own soul. Or by his premise, you're actually stealing it from them. As I was thinking about that, I'm like, man, I'm like, this can't be right. I mean, truthfully, it goes against everything that I believe in. It goes against uh, the book that I'm writing right now, and not to say that it's not a thing, because the truth is we give meaning to everything. We give meaning to our own thoughts. We give meaning and we define everything in our life. So I'm not saying that David Goggins is wrong by looking at it this way. What I'm saying is I couldn't live a life where I feel internally that I have to inflict pain on other people. Like the infliction of pain is coming from me. Like I'm inflicting pain on other people to take myself to the next level. To me, it feels like to live a life where that's the energy that you stay in, that's the energy that you maintain, that becomes your focus, that it would, in a sense, just be bad energy. To live with the feeling that you've got to inflict pain on other people, or that you are physically taking their soul from them as you do well, is not something that I am willing to live with. So I thought about it though. I was like, really, I mean, he's got a good point there. He's got a good point. But here's the thing. You're not taking anything from anybody. By you shining your light on the world, meaning becoming the best version of yourself. Yes, that is going to make people jealous. It is going to make people resent you. But the truth of the matter is, the jealousy and the resentment is not coming from you. The goodness is coming from you. You are shining your light up on the world, and they are dealing with their own insecurities. And here's the point that I actually started to agree with him in a sense, that you want to induce people to have these insecurities, that you want to shine your light so bright upon the world that people will begin to resent you. People will begin to hate you. Because the truth of the matter is, you are shining goodness. You are shining greatness. You are shining capability. You are shining opportunity on the world. And if that brings hatred in the hearts of others, the only thing that you're doing for them is giving them the opportunity to examine why this brings hatred into their life. Why does this bring pain into their life? So this is actually a good thing. If what you are doing is good, if what you are doing is true, if what you are doing is coming from an honest place, and that is inflicting pain, or let's just say that is surfacing pain, because it's not afflicting anything. That's not afflicting anything on anybody else. If that is surfacing pain inside of other people, then you are giving them an opportunity to ask themselves, why am I feeling this pain? Why am I feeling this hatred? Because the truth of the matter is, until, and I'll be honest with you, I felt that pain and hatred before in my life. Early on, I felt that pain. I felt that hatred. I felt like I couldn't celebrate other people's successes. It's something that I battled myself. But you know what? That was all bullshit that was inflicted on me. That was my own insecurities staring me down, looking at me and saying, fix this shit. You're better than this. You shouldn't be hating people for their success. You shouldn't be hating people simply because you're not as successful as them. So because of that, I don't quite look at it as stealing somebody's souls. I look at it as they are beginning to lose a piece of themselves. They are beginning to lose their own soul. So because of that, it gives them the opportunity to examine exactly why it is these feelings keep surfacing or these feelings keep coming up. And I'm telling you guys, like, I know that a lot of you listening to this today face this issue. You guys struggle with this issue. You struggle with being a people builder, and I understand that. But I'm telling you guys right now that you have to step in this realm of thinking if you ever want to take yourself to the next level and do it in a way where you'll actually have peace of mind. And you'll be able to do it in a way where your heart will be full. I've said this over and over, guys. There's two ways to do anything. There's two ways to do anything. You can become fucking rich and miserable, or you can become rich and happy and healthy. I recommend you examine the way you feel, and you examine the way that you conduct yourself, and you examine how you feel towards others and success, and you start being an individual that is on team success. You are rooting for people around you to succeed. And you are going to the point to where you are lifting people up around you. You are making the world a better place. You're not thinking, oh my God, this person's getting ahead of me and this kind of shit. That type of thinking does nothing but hold you back, because you are literally communicating to the universe, to God, that there's not enough for all of us. That is an insult to God. You are insulting God by saying that if this person has the light shining on them and this person is doing great, that there's not going to be enough for me. Let me tell you something, y'all. There is enough light to shine on every single person in the world. Focus on building people. Focus on being on team success. It's a much better place to live. And you won't have to worry about losing your soul just because somebody else is living their life at the highest level possible. So literally, why somebody else is living their life and somebody else is living in their spirit and they're living the full capabilities that their soul is possible of living. There's other people, just like they're eating poison and hoping the other person dies. There's other people that are living with pain and their soul is being desecrated. Think about that. So anyhow, y'all, I appreciate you for coming along on this Marketing Savage podcast. And as usual, I'm going to see you on that next one.